كيف حالكم? Welcome to Learn Arabic Online with Lubna Dumayan. Leaves are verbs that conjugate the seasons, which represent 4 varying times of the year. Action words are verbs that conjugate according to subjects. We are the subjects because we are involved in the actions, which are ineffective without us. So we are important for grammar, any grammar, Arabic, French, English. One of its kind is our nightmare, the defective verb, الفعل الناقص, full of flaws, causing irritation for students. This verb requires more attention than any other. Let's keep investigating this intricate verb in the present tense. Arabic defective verbs الأفعال الناقصة or final weak verbs involve the existence of a waw or a ya as their final radical, including all sorts of irregularities in their conjugations. And you are probably getting tired of it. I can see the faces. Unfortunately, these verbs dominate the world of action words, which are commonly used in newspapers and in everyday speech. The reason why I am directing your consideration to them. So be alert. Keep in mind that Form 1 verbs as a class are the most difficult to master. So don't feel bad. I feel bad for you. Since it is the parent of the other forms. We go from the hardest to the easiest. What a blessing it is, Lubna. Stop fooling us. You may say so, no offense. Suffixes will be our focal points, since prefixes are stable in the imperfect conjugations or in any other tense. In the present tense or the imperfect, defective verbs of the first 2 categories reveal the nature of the last radical in their conjugations. So if it's a waw or a ya. Howbeit, the final radical of some of the conjugations blend with the suffixes. For the third category, the ending radical of the conjugated verb is a shortened alif or broken alif or alif maqsoora, which tends to cease when suffixes begin with long vowels. Let's get started with our first model exhibiting the waw as a final radical. The verb saha, ending with an extended alif, the regular alif. Saha. Saha, to wake up, to awake. From the root sad, ha, waw. So we have a wow as the last radical. And the verbal noun is صحوا, waking. If you ponder the conjugation for أنا أصحو, it's easy to remember this prefix though. We just borrowed it from أنا أنا أصحو, and this صاد ha wow is the stem in our conjugation, because these are the three radicals of the roots. So you will notice that the short vowel suffix for the first person singular, the dhamma, as you know, is missing. As we say, أنا أدرس, the verb darasa, to study. We have the dhamma, our suffix is dhamma in the imperfect for the first person singular. Or أنا أكتب, I write or I am writing, ending with the dhamma. But we don't see any suffix in here. We have just a prefix and a missing suffix. Here is another case to be investigated by the FBI. In theory, the conjugation should be أنا أنجو wo. So normally we would have that dhamma in here over the wow. However, the final dhamma fuses into the wow and vanishes. So we don't need this. Why? They look alike anyway. Tiny wow, the dhamma representing the wow. The wild wow devours the dhamma. Or you may consider that the two dhammas on either side of the wow combine into one solid dhamma, since we have a dhamma before the wow. So dhamma wow dhamma means dhamma. So that would be redundant to have an extra dhamma on top of the wow. So أنا أصحو, I wake up. So here the alif turns to the wow. The same idea works for the subject pronouns أنت, second person, singular masculine, هو, the third person, singular masculine, هي, third person, singular feminine, and نحن, we, first person, plural, masculine or feminine. Since these 5 conjugations, which normally end in a dhamma with other verbs, regular sound verbs, in the imperfect. So for anti, the second person, singular feminine, the wow becomes history. It's gone. We don't have any wow. So what happened to the wow? It was stolen maybe. Another case to be investigated. And the suffix ina, representing this subject pronoun, the ina, stands right where it is supposed to be, not like the dhammas. So normally we have تصحو, the stem, تصحو, here the stem تصحو plus ina. normally. But since we have two consecutive long vowels here, which is not allowed in Arabic, the first one is gone. So the waw of the root disappears. And since since the Dhamma does not match the following long vowel ya, we are forced to turn the Dhamma to a kasra, to have tashina. You wake up. Alright? For the dual conjugations, actually nothing extraordinary. But the regular ending alif, noon, ani, that you all know about it by now. I hope so. However, the last radical, the waw of the root of the stem, would have a fatha matching the following long vowel alif. So here, antuma, second person, dual, feminine and masculine. Tashu plus the ani. This time, the traditional scenario that we know about the two consecutive vowels do not work in this scene. So we won't get rid of the first radical and we would not say tashani after the omission of the waw. I think the grammarians did not like the results after the omission of the waw. So they kept the waw and topped it with a fatha matching the following alif to have tashwani, antuma, you, both of you, masculine or feminine. Huma, third person, dual, masculine, yashwani, same thing, same principle. And huma, dual, third person, feminine, tashwani, identical to antuma. Antuma and huma, feminine, dual, are identical, tashwani. Alright? Sometimes we have to break the rules to please the grammarians. Now, contemplate the conjugations for whom, third person plural, masculine, they, whom, yashuna, and hunna, third person plural, feminine, hunna, they, yashuna. The theoretical conjugation for the third person plural masculine would be yashu, the stem, plus una, in consideration of the suffix una, the one that we know, una, representing this subject pronoun, de, usually appended to the last radical of the imperfect conjugations for the subject pronoun. So, in this manner, what would happen? So, the two waws blend into one. So here, we have yashu, suffix ya, shu, stem, so suffix plus stem plus, prefix plus stem plus suffix. So suffix here is the una. So we have two waws, yashuna. This is redundant. So we get rid of this and we have just yashuna. And for hunna, Normally, we know that the suffix for hunna is just a nun, an innocent nun that we add to the stem yashu. But they look alike, even if they have a different story. But the result is identical. So hum yashuna, hunna yashuna. So antum and antunna. Antum, second person plural, masculine, you. Antunna, second person plural, feminine. Undergo the exact same procedure as for hum and hunna. Therefore, these two conjugations also, they look and sound alike. Antum tashuna, so we have the stem, the prefix stem plus the una, so and the first waw is gone, so we say tashuna, and antunna is the prefix ta plus hu, the stem, plus the na, the regular suffix for antunna. So antum tashuna, antunna tashuna. Yet the roads to their production are different. Alright, now let your gaze wander over the verb with final radical ya. So we're done with the wow. Alright, it was easy, right? So now we will deal with verbs with a ya as the last radical. After ruminating upon the conjugations here. Haka. Haka is one of that kind of verbs representing this category. Haka, to narrate, to tell a story. Alright. We figure out that all conjugations which resulted in a wow for saha, we now have a ya for haka. So ashu ahki, haka ahki. See here, the extended alif turned to a wow. In general, mostly, let's say 80%, this is the case. And from a shortened alif or broken alif or alif maqsura to a ya, since they look alike, just without dots. Alright, so this shortened alif turned to a ya. So instead of a wa, we have a ya. Alright? See here, you contrast the two conjugations and you would understand. So for anti, let's go straight to anti. So anti tashina, anti tahkina, you are narrating or you narrate. The ya of the root and the ya of the suffix ina combine, leaving only one ya. So here, tahki, so we have prefix, stem, tahki, plus ina. So the first one is dropped because it's redundant, and we would have tahkina. And here again, the ya here did not carry any vowel suffix. Alright? Like here, the wow. They do not carry any, the 5 conjugations أنا أنت هو هي نحن do not carry any suffix but the long vowel, a wow or a ya. No suffix vowel, the dhamma as we know. Okay? For whom, third person plural masculine, would be يحكون. So we have prefix ya and stem ku and the waw and nun, introducing two long vowels, as I have explained with this one. So two vowels, two waws in a row, which is not welcome in Arabic, as you know, and we respect that. Thus, the ya drops completely. So, sorry, we don't have two waws. We have yahki plus waw and the noon this time. Not like here, because the stem here is a ya. So we have a ya plus a waw, two long vowels back to back. That's why the ya is dropped to have yahkuna. So yahki plus una. And we need this suffix to show up, that we know that we are referring to whom. We cannot skip the ya. So the ya is gone and the kasra turns to a dhamma to match the following waw. Yahkuna. Alright? So for hunna, third person plural feminine, the suffix noon is appended to yahki. So prefix, stem, suffix. Simple. Resulting in yahkina. Nothing fancy. It's just clear. No omission, nothing. So for antum and antunna, antum second person plural masculine, antunna second person plural feminine, are subjected to the same principles. Alright, as we have seen with saha. So antum tahkuna. But since we have a change of a ya, here we kept the dhamma because it's already matching the waw. Here the kasra is gone together with the ya and is replaced by a dhamma to match the following waw. Antum tahkuna, you are narrating. Antunna tahkina, because we just add the suffix nun, tahkina. Hum yahkuna, hum yahkina. Here they don't look alike because since here we had a waw, hum and hunna, antum and tunna are identical. But here, ya is the third radical of the stem. That's why we had a change of the vowel. But here we kept the ya. That's why they don't look alike. Alright? Here we come to the verb with a final radical of a waw or a ya. As you remember from the previous lessons, the last radical of the roots of this kind of verbs can be either a waw or a ya, and their conjugations conceal their identities. In the imperfect, the short vowel of the middle radical becomes a fatha, which causes the final radical to be written as a shortened alif instead of a ya for the sake of harmony. So here, nasiya, to forget, nasiya. So the letter, this shortened alif, like with this example, ana ansa, I forget, ansa, see here. Here from the shortened alif to a ya, and here from a ya to a shortened alif. We flipped everything here. So the shortened alif do not carry any short vowel. So the suffix damma cannot stand on long vowels. Alright? So the short vowels, the suffixes of the 5 conjugations would not show in any of these categories at all. Alright? Just throw them away. Minus something, that's good actually. So, that is to say, the 5 conjugations which yielded a shortened alif, with this example, with nasiya, ana, ansa, anta, tansa, huwa, yansa, hiya, tansa, nahnu, nansa, have no apparent suffix. For anti, second person, singular, feminine, anti, we have a combination of tansa plus ain. So we have tansa, tansa, plus ain. Alright? So the broken alif is dropped. Alright? So this one is gone. But the fatha remains. This one. The fatha remains, even if it's followed by a ya. So you get tansayna. Alright, so if we keep the fatha, we have to mark the following ya with a sukun. Otherwise, we would be forced to turn the fatha to a kasra, tansina. But here, we put a sukun, tansayna, which gives you a diphthong, idgham in Arabic, union of 2 vowel sounds pronounced as 1 syllable, tansayna. So the sukun that marks the ya in here is the confirmation of the gliding vowels. Alright? So we have tansay, tansayna, and it is preceded by a fatha. Otherwise, we would say tansina. Alright? For the dual conjugations, the last radical will always be written as a ya, with the dual suffix attached. So we have antuma, we have tansa, plus an. So this shortened alif turns to its original form. It means to a ya. So we have tansa yani, antuma tansayani, huma yansayani, and huma tansayani. Okay? The conjugation for whom, they, is theoretically ينسيون. ينسيون. So we have ينسى, ينسيون. Okay? Because normally shortened alif, when followed by another letter, turns to its original form. Since we cannot keep a broken alif always is seen in the end of words. So here, when it's placed in the middle, it turns to its original form. So we have تنسيون. Una is the suffix. So yielding to a suffix as an independent syllable. تنسيون. Beginning with a vowel. And you have to know that in Arabic, no word or syllable begins with a vowel. So the ya with its sukun and the waw starting the suffix are incompatible. تنسيون. Thus, the ya and the sukun are cancelled. The fatha over the middle radical remains here. Hum ينسون. So the fatha stays there. And you know what? It is the same scenario for the conjugation for the pronoun أنتم. أنتم تنسون. Same thing. Hum ينسون. Same principle applied. For hunna, third person plural feminine, and antunna, second person plural feminine, we simply add the suffix nun to either ينسى, so hunna ينسى, ينسينا. So the shortened alif turns to its original, and then we attach the nun. ينسينا or أنتن تنسين. Okay? And we mark it with a sukun because it is preceded by a fatha. If we had to turn a fatha to a kasra, we would say tansina. That's why we have to mark the ya with a sukun. Alright, so the shortened alif becomes a ya when attached to a consonant. The same principle as we saw, putting pronoun suffixes onto ala, ala, on, ila, to. So you have ala on the preposition ala, ending with the shortened alif, plus ya, the possessive pronoun, referring to the first person, singular, we say alayya. So the shortened alif turns to a ya, so we have alayya. Alayya means on me, or ila, ila, to, another preposition, plus ya, ilayya, ilayya, to me. So this shortened alif turns to a ya. It is good to know that another category of Form 1 defectives exists to drive you crazy. Verbs that conjugate in the past tense, just like حكى. However, in the present tense, they conjugate like the verb نسي. There are few in number. The most common of them is the verb سعى, يسعى, to strive, to attempt, from the root sin, عين, ya. You will come across رعى, يرعى, the imperfect, from the root ra, عين, ya. Care for, watch over, protect. You may also encounter طغى, يطغى, from the root ta, غين, ya, to go beyond the limits, or become unrestricted or tyrannical. These verbs are dominant in classical texts mostly. Anatomizing a language is crucial for a deep assimilation of its rules. You have to go beyond the limits to reach the core of Arabic. Grammar is your foundation. Vocabulary is your linguistic wealth. Listen to Arabic speakers. Speak and listen again. Don't just hear. Listen. حكى الحاكي حكاية. روى الراوي رواية. These are two identical sentences in meaning. The narrator narrated a story. حكى equals روى. الحاكي equals الراوي. الحكاية equals الرواية. Isn't fascinating? And this was the lesson of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Until then, you keep practicing. You keep learning Arabic with me, لبنى. أراكم لاحقاً.